All right, what's going on, everyone? I am officially live. Let me throw something up here on my screen. There we go. Welcome, y'all. We're going to be watching the earnings reaction to ChargePoint, which is ticker symbol CHPT, and we're also going to watch the earnings and get the earnings reaction for Five Below, their retailer. That's ticker symbol FIVE. Let me just get my source screen pulled up so when the earnings data comes out, I'll be able to get everyone EPS revenue and maybe some forward guidance. Okay, almost ready to rock and roll. Now, just to go over real quick, ChargePoint, they're supposed to release earnings at 4:10 p.m. Eastern, so about another 9 minutes there. Five Below is supposed to announce right at 4. I don't think it's out. Okay, Five Below getting a negative reaction here, down almost 3.5% in after hours. Let's see if I can get some data on Five Below. So they're getting a bearish reaction, so they're getting a negative reaction right off the bat here. And yes, they were supposed to report at 4 p.m. Eastern, so the data should be out. Let me type this in here and see if I can get the results. Okay. Let's see. Just kind of a little bit of info before this. I get this data. Let's see. Fiscal year January 2025 guidance revenue 3.73 billion. Okay, they're getting a. That first reaction was not the right move, folks. They sold off like $5 and then immediately jumped back up. They're sitting at $120 a share right now. They're up over. They're flying, folks. This is a retail company, by the way. Let me refresh my other screen. It's looking like a congrats to the Five Bulls. Let me just kind of verify that real quick. Okay. Now, going into the earnings here, let me pull up the Webull chart here. I'll go on 1 minute so we can zoom in a little bit. Going into the earnings, they had a PE ratio forecast of 22.9, EPS trailing 12 months, $5.09, about 53 million free float. Okay, let me go back here real quick. And as far as some of the financials, they are a profitable company. Year over year numbers kind of a mixed bag a little bit. But nonetheless, they are a profitable company. Still up $13 or about $10 a share here in after hours. Debt to asset 59%, so that's pretty good. And let's see if they can hold up here. I'm going to draw a fib on this, just kind of see if we can get some retracement levels going on. Okay, so it's pulled back 50% of that low spike. Trying to hold here. We'll see what happens in the next couple candles. And also on the weekly chart on Five, there's also a 27% implied move, which is a pretty good move. It's sitting at right around 10% move right now. Okay. Also, Five is saying, or they're indicating as a company that the worst case fears may have been more than priced in. Okay, let's keep going here. Had someone on Twitter, what a earnings lotto 130 call on Five. I would have went closer to the money than 130. I mean, they closed the regular session at 104.97. Let me just see what they were priced at going into the close here. I mean, you probably just do December 20th would be fine. Yeah, I mean, they were a little pricey. 130 call closed around, mid price was around $170 a contract, around there. So I guess, wouldn't be too bad. The delta on it was 31, so that's good. So yeah, the 130 call would have worked, but if you could afford it, I would go closer to the money. Not financial advice. I just like being closer to the money. Better yet, in the money is even better. That way we get the really good delta at that point, and also the theta won't hurt us as bad when you're in the money. We go back to the sticks. Okay, so it this thing rallied to 129.11. Again, it closed at 104.97. It's since pulled back, kind of chilling right above the golden fib, which is the 61% retrace level. Basically, it's around $113 is where that is. I'd like to see it stay above 113. It's trading at 114 in after hours right now. Okay, got some good data on FIVE. I can kind of post this for everyone. I'll post the EPS and revenue. So we post that on YouTube for everyone, so y'all can see it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Five Below Q3 earnings. This is just some of the highlights. But EPS came in at 42 cents. The estimate was only 17 cents. So they smashed the EPS. Revenue came in at 843.7 million. And the forecast on that was 801.5 million. So double beat EPS and revenue, and more specifically, the revenue up 14.6% year over year. I do have some guidance information here. Let's see, the Q4 guidance, revenue 1.35 billion to 1.38 billion. The previous forecast was 1.36 billion. So that's kind of in line, not really an increase in guidance, if you will, for the revenue. However, the comparable sales, they're forecasting, or the guidance, minus 3% to minus 5%. The forecast was 5.3%, so they did improve that. Okay, the adjusted EPS guidance, 323 to 341. The estimate was 330, so that's basically in line, right? Remainder, let's look at some of this other stuff here. So fiscal year guidance, revenue 3.84 billion to 3.87 billion. The previous guidance on that was 3.8 billion. So they did increase that guidance. That's good. And again, with the comparable sales, we already talked about that, minus 3%. The previous forecast was minus 4.6%. So a little bit of improvement there. And the EPS guidance, 478 to 496. The forecast was guidance before was 460. So they increased on that too. So we are getting some increase in forward guidance, and they beat EPS and beat revenue. So that's looking good. That's, we'll see, but we'll see if these gains hold. Looks like these red candles are kind of slowing down a little bit, kind of turning into doji. So that's a good sign. Maybe the selling's slowing down a little bit, but of course, we have almost 4 more hours of extended hours price action. So just keep your eye on it. And we'll talk about ChargePoint here in a second. But a couple operational highlights with Five Below. Believe it or not, they opened 82 new stores, and they ended Q3 with a total of 1,749 stores. So that's an 18% year over year increase for new stores opened. So that shows some growth there, don't it? Year to date, they opened 205 new stores this year so far, compared to only 141 last year. So again, nice operational highlight, if you will. And also, they're focused on enhancing product value, operational efficiency, and store experience. Very good. A couple of strategic updates, and then I'll read some commentary from the CEO. But some strategic updates on Five. It's still holding up here above the golden fib. Again, it's right around $113 a share. Let's see if that level holds. Getting some volatility on ChargePoint. Their earnings is to be released at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. It's 4:10 right now. So we're already seeing some flickering candles. So I'm going to get the data on that in a second. Let me just read this this commentary from the Five Below CEO just real quick, and then we're jumping over to ChargePoint because they're getting a bullish reaction as well. So CEO commentary: Q3 results exceeded expectations, driven by improved performance across key merchandise categories and a record pace of new store openings, which we just talked about. We are encouraged by solid Black Friday results. So I guess their sales were good for Black Friday, and remain focused on delivering for customers in the critical holiday season ahead, said Ken Bull, interim CEO. You know, this is a good company to be in going into the holidays, and you know, we're seeing a good earnings reaction right here for Q3 data. Keep your eye on it. This thing might be coming back up to into the 120s. It's I'd like to see it break 119 and then perhaps 122, and then maybe it'll make a run for the new high in after hours, if you will. So good stuff on Five Below. Beat EPS, beat revenue, and raised guidance. So that's like 3 good things going on right there. And of course, the price action is showing that. Okay, we had a nice initial positive reaction, pulled back to breathe a little bit, and it looks like buyers are stepping up to the plate again. So this could keep going. Okay, again, it's 1 minute candle, so just kind of keep your eye on it. Let's go to ChargePoint, because those, you know, now that we've gone over Five Below, I know ChargePoint, you know, they got a lot of they got a big following, if you will, I guess is a good way to word it. Let me just type this over here and get those results. Okay, the expected move for ChargePoint is well, the implied move, if you will, is 18%. Okay, so this closed the regular session at $1.22. $1.22. There's some rough math here, but so you know, we could see a 22-cent per share move from $1.22. That would put us in the $1.40 range. It just tapped 139, so it's kind of in line with the implied move. We'll see what it does. Let me zoom into the 1 minute chart. At the first sign of pullback, we'll pop a Fibonacci on this thing and just kind of get an idea of where some of these retrace levels are, areas of interest, if you will, mathematical areas of interest for my Fib lovers out there. And ChargePoint's had a mixed reaction over the past 4 earnings. The last earnings, they were down almost 18% the next day. The time before that, they were up about 6%. And the time before that, they were red, and the time before that, they were green. So kind of flipping back and forth on the earnings reactions. And you know, if this holds up, the pattern's kind of holding up. It's you know, every 2 earnings is usually opposite reaction. So we're getting a positive one here. The earnings before this was a negative reaction. So it's kind of funny to see that there. What time is it? Almost 4:15 p.m. Okay. All right, let me get some EPS and revenue data. Got someone on YouTube, ChargePoint to 125, please. Well, it looks like you definitely got more than that. This thing's just tapped the $1.40. Let's see if it starts pulling back yet. Let's see what this 1 minute candle prints. If it prints red, I'll throw a fib on there, but that red candle it just printed when it tapped 140, that's a little itty bitty candle. That's not even. We'll see how this one closes. There's about 35 seconds left on this current candle print. And it's looking like it might want to keep going. Let's see. There is a sell side imbalance on the order book right now. It's just something to keep note. Like that to maybe balance out a little bit better with the amount of buyers there on the tape. Let's see what it does. And going into this earnings, their PE ratio, at least the forecast PE ratio, was negative 3.18. I'm familiar with ChargePoint. Their financials are not great, okay? That's what I was saying earlier. You know, that they have a following. Okay, I wouldn't say they have long-term investors, if you will. Their financials just aren't that great, but I know they have a following, and a lot of people day trade it and stuff like that. But EPS negative 0.97. Let me just go to Discord, make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay. Nope, looks like we're good on that front. Okay, so we're working on the third red one. Again, 1 minute candles, take it with a grain of salt, but this is the only data we have to go off of since the catalyst, you know, the earnings data came out. So let me refresh my other screen here. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Let's see. We got Michael Burry on Twitter. Green energy and EV turnaround confirmed. Told you so. He says your algos suck, Kenny. Well, we'll see if this move holds up. Michael Burry better not be talking too soon here, because it's working on well, it was a fourth 1 minute print, 1 minute candle print here. Let me just do a little fib real quick. Okay. Look at Five Below. Just jumping over to Five Below again. It's holding up very nicely above this golden fib. Maybe in sideways action, accumulation, consolidation, price action. Maybe looking for the next leg up, as we know. Okay, charge point. Working on the fourth 1 minute candle red print here. 50% of this spike it just had would put us right around $1.30 a share. Let me go here. Okay, I do got data from Seeking Alpha. Was kind enough to post this for me. Charge point holdings EPS negative 0.18. Only missed by 0.01. So basically in line with forecast. Right. So that's even though they missed it, it's not bad. I mean, it's still a negative number, of course, but it's in line with the forecast. So that's fine. Revenue came in. Oh, wow. Big beat on revenue. Okay. That's right. I got this. I think that has a good reason to do with why they had this initial positive reaction. And it's looking like maybe this just could be a healthy little pullback here. And maybe it's going to make another run at 140. Trading at 136 per share right now, up 12% in after hours. We'll see if the buyers have any more gusto left. But yeah, revenue came in 99.6 million. The forecast was only 10 million bucks. So they smashed revenue expectations. Good for them. Because as I was saying before I saw their revenue numbers, I'm just being honest. My opinion, of course, but their financials aren't good, y'all. 5 quarters in a row, they're bleeding out, multi-millions per quarter, just being hemorrhage. Now, I will give them the benefit of the doubt. Their past 2 quarters, they have improved their year-over-year numbers. Okay, so that's fine. Debt to asset 77%. They're doing okay there. That's not bad. But it's the net income that kills me for ChargePoint. Like, they got so much going on, and they're just not able to pull a profit yet. I'll emphasize the word yet, because maybe they're on the road to profitability. They got to get back to baseline first, and the numbers have improved. Like I say, the year-over-year numbers for net income have improved, which is good. So they're catching a little bit of a bid here. Good for them. I know there's some people been trading ChargePoint. We can go daily chart here, and it's kind of. Let me just go weekly so we can see it. Yeah, so it's been a hell of a ride for the ChargePoint holders, as you can see from the weekly chart. Been a straight descent for a while. It gets some pretty volatile pops, every now and then it'll have a volatile pop. So, but all in all, it's just kind of been downwards for this stock for a while now. But they're catching a bit of a bid here. Closed regular session at $1.22 a share, up 5% on the day, by the way, and sitting in here in after hours, catching a bid. And I mean, this is the 5 minute candle. It's still working on the second 5 minute print here. Okay, there's 4 seconds left on this print. So let's see if we get the second 5 minute print. Don't be always so glued to the 1 minute chart, because there's a lot of noise there, right? On the bigger time frames, and it's we're still very much bullish here on ChargePoint as far as the reaction to this earnings. Okay, so that last 5 minute print kind of closed as a doji, bit of indecision there. We'll see how this one prints. Okay, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. A green doji, how about that? They printed a green doji, right? At least it wasn't red. But now this 5 minute print they're working on now, nice and green. The body's filling out a little bit. Still got a bit of an imbalance on the order book, but that's okay because there's a lot more orders stacked on the bid. As far as each individual order, the numbers are nice and thick here. So we'll see what ends up happening there. A bunch of orders down around 130. It's trading at 137.50 right now, or $1.37 a share, if you will. Let me post some of this ChargePoint data on YouTube. Okay, yeah, I already posted that. You guys can see right there on the screen, revenue came in at 99.6 million. It beats by 10 million. So pardon my typo from earlier. I had said the forecast was 10 million, but the forecast was more around 90 million, I believe. But that's okay. They still beat by 10 million. So revenue beat on ChargePoint. Yep. All right, let me look at something else real quick. Look at Five Below, still hanging out up here. $117 a share. Let's see if this tries to make a move back up into the 120s. Look at ChargePoint. Still got buyers on ChargePoint. Okay, let me look at something else real quick. All right, what time is it? A little after. Okay, it's 4:22 p.m. Just wanted to look at something real quick. I'll go back to the sticks here in a second. But was ChargePoint trading? Yeah, they were trading just below the anchored VWAP going into the earnings, but that's okay. Let me see. 10 analysts ranking it a hold. And yeah, we already went over the previous reactions from the previous earnings, and this is on regards to ChargePoint in particular. Let's see, Five Below. Oops, accidentally clicked on an ad there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Five Below. It's been a while since they caught a bid, to be honest with you. Last time they caught a really nice bid off of earnings was back in basically 1 year ago, November 2023. They were slightly green the next day, but I wouldn't even call that catching a bid. They were basically flat. The last earnings before now, they were basically flat. The two before that, they took a little hit there, down about, I don't know, $20, $30 a share respectively. Let me go back to Discord. Okay. All right, so it looks like we got our reactions. Both of them bullish reactions. ChargePoint just hanging out right at $1.39 a share. Five Below hanging out around $117 a share. Both stocks up double digits in after hours. So I guess it is safe to say. I mean, I think if these would have reversed, I think it would have done it by now, don't you think? A lot of times we see those, initial reactions, and then it totally does a reverse Uno and reverses pretty quickly. And it just seems like these two are holding up rather well after the initial reactions. So it's safe to say that, investors have digested this earnings data. It's digested. I don't foresee a fake out move happening. I think it would have happened by now. Now, also keep in mind, both of these companies have the actual earnings call with the CEO, the web call, and I'll show you how to get to these. So basically, let me pull it up first, and then I'll bring it over. Okay, so easiest way to find the access to the web call with the CEO, we'll do Five Below first. So I keep Five Below on on the screen there on the right with the chart, so we can look at the chart while I'm showing you this. Let me hide this down there. So I just literally Googled FIVE investor relations, okay? And you could probably just click that first link there. And then there should be, oh, look at this. They keep a running total of their sales. It was changing when I was looking at it. But basically just go to events right here, okay? And you can clearly see their web call with the CEO actually starts in 5 minutes. So I'm glad we did FIVE first. Lots of fives being said here. With the stock ticker FIVE has the earnings web call with the CEO in 5. All right. But yeah, you just click on this hyperlink there. And then you see the link here, webcast. Click on that and you'll get into the FIVE Below earnings call with the CEO. Okay. And that starts in 5 minutes. So that's why I wanted to say that first. And so I guess my point being is there could be a secondary move after the CEO starts talking at the web call. So that would be one thing that yes, I was saying, okay, well, you know, the initial reaction was a positive reaction. If it would have reversed, it would have reversed by now. So I'm referring to when I said that, but I want to also add that yes, that's true, but we could still get a secondary move once the CEO starts talking. All right, so just keep that in mind. So that's the info for FIVE Below, how to join the web call. I mean, let's see when ChargePoint has their web call with the CEO. And then I'll get that for everybody. Okay, very, very, very similar. You just CHPT Investor Relations is the easiest way to find this stuff. You just literally click on the first link, and then yes, I'll accept cookies. And here you go here, upcoming events. All right. ChargePoint Holdings to announce third quarter fiscal year 2025 financial results on December 4th, 2024. You can see again, hyperlink right here, webcast. Click on that. You can listen to the CEO. And they're also having their web call at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So both web calls, the earnings call with the CEO for FIVE Below and the earnings web call with the CEO from ChargePoint, both of them happening in 3 minutes. Okay. Also wanted to mention after this stream, we are giving away a 90-day membership for our custom indicator. It's called Stocks Buddy. It's a great indicator. I use it a lot for confirmations and just to get more confidence. You know, I'll throw it in with the rest of the bag of tricks I have, and usually, you know, it's a great confirmation tool as well. Gives stop loss, entry, price target, stuff like that. So it's a 90-day membership for the Stocks Buddy indicator, and the winner will be announced at trivia tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern, and so that's only in 30 minutes. So if you're not part of the Discord, check the links in the description, and you'll be able to join that way. There's a few links in the description. One's a free link. You can just join for free and see how you like the free section. But of course, if you just want to jump right into it, you can sign up for my Coach's Corner in the Discord. I basically do passive, I call them passive income options, if you will, but it's mainly using options to produce weekly or monthly income, and we mainly write contracts is what we do. But we also have coaches for option day trading and just swing trading stock. So we got something for everyone. And they're also, I believe, going to be giving away a premium membership to the Discord. That's a good value there. So make sure to check out the trivia night tonight. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern. And yes, I just confirmed it is for free members. So if you sign up for the free Discord in the link in the description, just, you know, I understand that I'm not here to sell you anything either, even though I would love more premium members. But this trivia night tonight, you can literally just sign up with the free link, and you can join the trivia night and then win a free subscription that way. And then you can save some money that way. So look at ChargePoint, just made a new high in after hours, sitting at $1.42 a share, up 16.3% in after hours. Again, they closed the regular session at $1.22, and it's sitting at 142 now. So that's up 20 cents a share, and that's almost in line with the implied move we were talking about. So good stuff, ChargePoint. So yeah. Okay. Thanks for the reminder, Charlie. I appreciate it. That's 5 p.m. Eastern, trivia night with What the Duck, and he's going to be giving away free stuff. We got almost 800 people tuning into the stream right now. Welcome, y'all. I know a big chunk of that are people that, I've been doing this every Wednesday all year, just coming on here talking about earnings data, some of the popular tickers for the day that are reporting, and we have a lot of fun. I usually have a trade lined up. I did not have a trade lined up for today, but that's okay. I was busy taking profit most of the day today. We got a nice score on some JetBlue cash secured puts, made some decent money there. And then I also closed out some Ford covered calls. On top of that, I closed out those covered calls for some good profit because Ford had a little bit of a pullback, but I also collected the dividend. They paid out the dividend on this past Monday, 2 days ago. So I collected that. That was just free money. So I love that. ChargePoint just hit a new high, 144. Looking good, ChargePoint. I think they were due to catch a bid. Like I said, they, last earnings, they didn't get a positive reaction. So let's see. Stocks Buddy comes with a bag. Okay. Coyote on Discord. Been doing spreads on SPX. Those are fun to do. All right, so I think it's safe to say we got our reactions. The web calls with the CEOs are actually going on right now. Okay, folks. So I showed you all how to get to those. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end the stream. But like I say, I say all the time, we live trade every day in the Discord. You can sign up for free, just see how you like it, and then go from there. Tons of education, alerts every day, lots of live streams. We just have a ton of fun. So if you're looking for a new home, come check us out. And if you do end up joining, I definitely look forward to meeting you. But other than that, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their night, and I'll chat with everybody very soon. Cheers, everyone.